Torpedo bats are all the craze on March 31st on a Monday. That's all these gnats are talking about, the national media. That's all they're talking about are these torpedo bats. Are they illegal? Are they legal? And the simple answer, right off the bat, in my opinion, and shouldn't even be an opinion, it's a fact. They are completely illegal. The national media just doesn't know how to talk baseball. The Nets, they just don't know how to talk baseball. Stephen A. Smith on First Take, yes, he said they're legal. They don't break the rules. But he said it as quick as possible. He gave 40 seconds. The national media just doesn't know how to talk baseball, so they bring up a controversy, a rule change, something trying to see if someone's bending the rules. So they bring that up and debate it. Simple as that. Torpedo bats completely legal. Here's the rules for MLB bats. They cannot be more than 2.61 inches in diameter, which is at the thickest part, and not more than 42 inches in length. Simple as that. That's the rules of an MLB bat. That's what the specifications that a bat has to be in the MLB. Do these bats break any of those rules? No, because they're approved. Perfectly fine. The bats are perfectly fine. And I didn't think the torpedo bats, when I was watching the Yankees game live when all that happened, because the Yankees are entertaining, Aaron Judge, Jazz Chisholm, all that. I was watching the game live. I saw Michael Cabe talk about it. Even though he talked about it wrong. It got me confused, so I had to look into it. And then on Monday, I wake up, and everybody's talking about is torpedo bats, torpedo bats, torpedo bats, illegal, illegal, legal, not legal. It's just all a big, big debate. And as soon as I seen it, I was like, oh, this is innovative. This is cool. Who came up with it? And I look, and it's someone on the Marlins staff. Someone a team I'm a fan of. Where the hell's our torpedo bats? They should have been here already. We should have been the first ones using it. But never. Besides that, the torpedo bat is just rearranging the distribution of the wood from the top of the bat down to where the player hits. That's because it's customized for the player. And this is just the torpedo bat. It's just another evolution of the game of baseball. Because, like golf, the golfer has a customized club tailored to how they use it, tailored to them. And these torpedo bats are tailored to how the hitter hits the ball so he can get more hits and create more contact. It's not like the bat has cork in it. It's not like the guy's on steroids. It's not like it's an automatic hitter. It's not like the bat is one of those kids' plastic bats that are this big. No, it's just, and that just means the tip of the bat is not as thick or not as big, which is the big part of the bat. The tip of the bat, the big part of the bat, it's moved down. The wood is moved down to the sweet spot where the hitter hits the ball. Simple as that. It's to create more contact for the hitter. A tailor-made custom bat for the hitter that is tailored and fit for how he hits. Just like Volpe. That's why it was used by Chisholm. Aaron Judge, who hit 4 home runs this weekend, didn't use the bat. He doesn't like the feel of the bat. Some players don't like the feel of the bat. Some players do like the feel of the bat. Some players like the bat, some players don't. That's what you're going to see happening. Some players are going to use the bat. A lot of players are going to use the bat. A lot of players are not going to use the bat. They're going to stick with the regular bat. Now, the only reason this is brought up in the national media is because it's the Yankees. Everybody talks about the Yankees, how they lost Soto, how they lost the World Series. It's all you talk about, the Yankees and the Dodgers. The Yankees and the Dodgers. A little bit of the Mets. And this is the only reason it is such a big controversy is because it's the New York Yankees who hit 36 home runs over the weekend. Well, guess what? The Brewers pitching also gave them meatballs. Nestor Cortez served up meatballs for lunch to Aaron Judge, Paul Goldschmidt, Bellinger. Who do you think if you give them a meatball, they're not going to try to hit? They're not going to hit a home run 9 times out of 10. Bellinger isn't going to hit a home run. Judge, the best hitter in baseball, the most powerful hitter in baseball, isn't going to hit a home run. Goldschmidt, another power hitter, is not going to hit a home run. Jazz, who just straight up swings for a home run every time, is not going to hit a home run. Come on. It's clear. The Yankees, yes, it helps contact. Yes, it does. But the Yankees are also just good. And that's the only reason to talk about it. And then you got hitters who were using this bat and they went undetected until it came to the forefront with the Yankees. Francisco Lindor uses his bat. Guess what? He's batting a total 0. He went 0 for 11 in his opening series against the Astros. He has 0 hits with this bat. Who else has it? Ryan Jeffers, catcher for the Twins, 1 for 8 with 1 of 8 for this with his torpedo bat, his bowling pin bat. And so clearly some of these players don't. It's not helping them. It's not giving them the 100 home runs. It's not going to give them. It's not automatic hitting for them using this bat. This bat is tailor-made to a player, and if he feels comfortable using it, it's going to help. But also, the bat doesn't make the player makes the bat. It's all about how the player hits. You still got to square up the ball and hit it. You still got to be able to make contact with the ball yourself. You still have to be able to get a good pitch, read the pitch. You still got to be able to do all these things of a hitter. And the true problem that this is showing, now this does show, the Torpedo Bats does show a problem. Here's what I'm going to say. The true problem this is showing in baseball is analytics. Now, I like analytics. I like data analytics, it's stats and all that. And I like the percentages of this goes, and why we should be moving this around, blah, blah, blah. It's good as a sport. It's good for the team to improve and to win. And Aaron Leinhart, the guy who came up with this idea. Also, this bat was used by Stanton in the postseason. The Cubs had this bat last season. They just didn't put it into play in the season. There's a couple other teams that came out. I think Alec Boehm already has a bat today. And the Brewers are getting blown out 6-0 to the Royals right now. So their pitching is also terrible. Trevor McGill made a fool of himself by saying this. I think it's terrible. I'm talking about the Torpedo Bats. He pitched a third of an inning and nothing happened to him. He allowed no hits, so he didn't even have an effect on this game. But of course, his team does. Team player, I guess. He said, "I think it's terrible. I feel like it's something to use as slow pitch softball. It's genius. Put the mass all in one spot. It might be Bush League. It might not be, but it's the Yankees, so they'll let it slide." Guess what? Everyone's using this bat. Everybody's gonna be using this bat. Get used to it. It's a way for the players to improve, and the pitchers already are able to go create pitches that are hard for the batters to hit. The pitching has evolved crazy over the last couple years. Crazy. You're able to go create some crazy pitches with crazy speed, crazy movement. I don't know about pitching like that, but these pitches are getting. The league had I think a league low batting average last season. A historically low batting average last season. So this is just going to make the game even more entertaining, which baseball needs. We need more hitters. These pitchers are dominating. You need to be able to get more hitters to hit the ball and hit it far. And also, the Yankees have a short porch. I mean, Jazz hit a home run. It was clearly because of the short porch. Volpe had a home run opening day, clearly because of the short porch. Wells had a home run for the short porch. It's the short porch. That's also a problem. That's more of a problem than these torpedo bats. But here's what I'm saying about analytics. The Yankees are a big franchise. They have a lot of money, and they're able to get huge analytic departments. They're able to hire 20-plus analytic dudes in hopes of one of them finding a solution that will help them win more games. While the Rockies or the Marlins, probably way better example, or the A's or the Guardians, who are a good but smaller market team or a smaller team, are not able to spend money on 20,000 analytic dudes who are trying to come up with a solution. They can only do 3 and hope they come up with a solution. So the Yankees clearly have an advantage, and all these bigger spending teams have an advantage in hiring analytic dudes. And also the Mets or other big money teams are able to go, the owners are able to go put them on a payroll for them personally, and they're still going to be working on this, still trying to find analytics on the game of baseball. You know, like the Mets owner, I saw this example used by David Sampson. Could go put someone on the payroll for his hedge fund, but he's still working on analytics for baseball, so it's helping the Mets. But he's getting paid by the owner and not by the team. That's the big problem with baseball. Spending on the amount you could spend on these analytic dudes. The Yankees could afford way more than the Guardians, the Marlins, or the A's. That's the issue. And also the issue is those gnats. Stephen A. and all those gnats on ESPN that don't know how to talk about baseball. That's why the sport is declining. The Rays are declining. That's why you don't want to renew the contract for ESPN and MLB is because of you guys don't know how to talk about it and can't talk about it, so there's no hype to bring into the ESPN Baseball Tonight or whatever. There's no hype. Didn't talk about MLB leading up to the season. They spent 30 seconds on it on opening day. What was that going to do? You could at least talk about the Yankees or the Dodgers or something. MLB does not cover baseball. They don't know how to, and they never will. And that's another issue. These torpedo bats, legal, simple as that. My name's